See, when I was 10 years old, I got my first bike. I loved it. I loved it so much, I said to my father, Dad, when I grow up, I want to own a bike store. And he loved that. Of course, I grew out of it, but he never did. Soon enough, it was all he could imagine me doing with myself. I go off to college. He says, What are you doing with yourself? I play in an orchestra. He tells me, You're wasting your life, kid. Finally, I'm moving out west around a concert hall, saying bye to my mother, and my dad says, This is your last chance. If you don't open that bike shop, you'll never forgive yourself. Follow your dream. Now I lost it with him. I said, I never wanted to open no goddamn bike store. That was you. You want to open a bike store, so why didn't you? Instead of bugging me about it for 15 years. And he goes real quiet. Nothing more to say to each other. And I left. I didn't talk to him for years. Not until my mother calls and says, Your father's in the hospital, dying of cancer. You gotta come see him. So I fly back east, but by the time I land, he's dead. I help plan the funeral, and after the funeral, go read the will. He left my sister some nice stuff, and my ma, but me. To my son, Saul, I leave 2,600 Schwinn bicycles, on the condition that he open a bicycle store. Turned out in his deathbed he gave a nurse's credit card, said buy me 2,600 Schwinn bicycles, and the klutz actually did it. And Schwinns don't come cheap. I didn't mind, I had money. So I stuck around home for a while, helped my ma out. And one day I get a letter from the IRS. It says, Your father, God rest his soul, a tax accountant, hasn't paid his own taxes in 42 years. Here's the bill. With little money from the inheritance, I had to sell my club and most of my possessions to foot that bill. Now, with no money and no home, I am forced to get a small loan to buy a property in Pawtucket, where I will follow the path my father has set out for me and open a bicycle store. Why not a cyclist? What? I don't understand. If you enjoyed riding your bike so much, why didn't you want to be a cyclist? Oh, I never learned to ride the damn thing.